Hello, this is Christine and Nicole's project, and we are discussing the national impact of piracy and Napster. So, piracy can be described as music or software that has been copied for the use of another person, which is illegal because it is a duplicated piece of copyrighted property. The ability to copyright is a legal right that allows the owner of the product to regulate how their work is distributed. In 1999, Sean Parker, John Fanning, and Sean Fanning created Napster and released their website to the general public, Mooney. It was created as a peer-to-peer file sharing service. Piracy had an economic and social impact on the United States as it gave the public the swift ability to illegally download music, resulting in a decrease in profit and respect for the music industry. For this service, people uploaded their own MP3 files to the website so that others could download music they were interested in. Prior to the introduction of piracy, there were no fast, reliable, or user-friendly ways in which people could get access to free music. Part of the reason that the service became popular was the access to works that were otherwise difficult to obtain. This included older music, unreleased songs, and bootleg concert recordings. Another aspect that was attractive to users was the ability to obtain music for free. Napster provided people with the ability to illegally download music, although the federal law states that individuals cannot reproduce or distribute copyrighted sound recordings without facing criminal penalties, RIAA.com. As a result of the practice of piracy, the music industry took its first ever loss in sales. Economically, Napster was seen as a threat to the business structure of the music industry. In an article regarding this newly introduced source, the author claims that, quote, access to the internet has significantly decreased expenditures on music, which could imply that Napster has, in fact, illegally encroached upon the profits of record companies and artists, end quote, Mooney 3. Since the old method of buying music was typically through CD purchases, the illegal downloading and distribution of music accounted for a large decrease in these CD sales. At no cost, one would be able to download music efficiently and distribute it with the same, if not more, ease. Furthermore, the economic impacts of illegal distribution became so concerning that the companies knew they had to take action against the act, as, quote, it only took about a year for the music industry to realize how bad this new platform was for business and come together to attack with full force, end quote, McKintry 2. The profits were officially going down, the music industry was slowly losing its reputation, and the public was becoming more reliant on illegal means of getting music. As a result, the music industry had to prevent even more popularity within this growing concept. It was reported that peer-to-peer networks, also known as P2P, allowed for the increased rapid connectivity between individuals and has made the transfer of information extremely simple. Mooney 1. In order to combat this issue, companies began to take action, as the Recording Industry Association of America, a trade group representing the music industry, charged P2P networks to have enabled individuals to effectively steal and share music, leading to a significant reduction of CD sales and illegally appropriating the profits of recording artists individually and the music industry as a whole. Mooney 1. The newly introduced sharing sources for media like Napster all contribute to a decrease in demand for music, CDs, and albums. As a result of this change, the prices of these items reached an amount that took away an incentive for artists to continue creating music. Overall, the profit gained in the music industry dropped significantly, and it was a shock that impacted artists, producers, and even customers.
Many people saw these cheap and easily accessible sources as something to use to their own advantage for their own personal enjoyment. In an article reviewing Napster, one of the authors revealed the honest truth about his perspective, saying, "I was one of the millions of people who downloaded music without paying for it. Someone who didn't really care to think or consider the impact on artists and companies in the space." McIntry 1.
Although it may have been clear to the public that their usage of the Napster program and the illegal downloading of music was potentially affecting the music industry, not many took action to stop what they were doing. They continuously downloaded music due to its ease and accessibility. Furthermore, the morals of the public have diminished on this issue as their actions were solely taken for selfish means of enjoyment.
Additionally, the effortless process of downloading music that Napster presented to the world allowed the public to expect this type of process from other software, even though Napster was made possible through illegal means. Jankowski 4.
Due to the ease Napster provided for the public when downloading music, the public began to expect the same seamless ability for the music industry instead of their old standards with the use of CDs and albums. Instead, they preferred these music files to be located through a platform that could hold everything in one place. Quote, "Music files contained on the hard drives of everyone using the software, along with the process to access and download the music files over the internet." End quote, Jankowski 2.
Since so many people were hooked on the idea of Napster and programs just like it, the only option the music industry had in order to make a profit was to stop selling physical albums, but rather sell them digitally and even play ads to gain further revenue. Just as the music industry was evolving into more advanced and efficient ways of operating, the world of piracy was also evolving. Just because Napster, an entirely new culture of downloading music illegally, has arisen, and it plagued the economy of America and even the entire world.
Although there has been more awareness about pirating, legal means are constantly competing with piracy.
The change began to adjust the wants of the public as Steve Jobs in 2001 made the first significant step in the Napster vacuum with iTunes. Jankowski 4. This rapid change within the legal music platform demonstrates the eagerness of many to provide the Napster-like expectation to the public. Another article described Napster as an inevitable and necessary step toward getting us where we are today with online stores and streaming services. Suskind 8.
Although Napster had its negative impact on the economy for some time, it is still seen as a crucial step in society, as it encouraged the easy access to media that we have today. This is not only limited to music, but it also fits across all categories. Despite the poor influences the legal platform had on the music industry, without Napster, the public would most likely not be able to share things as fast as they can at this point in time. In turn, this would ultimately constrict the amount and speed of information that is accessible to the public.
Piracy strongly impacted the economy and society of the United States as it allowed common people to illegally download music, which caused financial and reputation issues for the music industry. Although Napster negatively affected the profits of both the recording industry and individual artists, Napster revolutionized the world of music economically and socially.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.